Hello, my name is Victoria Wynn, and this is my TK20 Teachers Preparation Program interview. The first question has 3 parts to it. The first part asks, in your own schooling, did you have a subject area, task, or assignment where you struggled? When I was in school, I struggled a lot with math. Every time my teacher would work out a problem, I would not understand how she got her answers. The second part asks, how did you solve it? I solved this problem by going to after-school tutorials. My teacher would go into further detail on how she got her answers, and this helped me a lot. The third part asks, how would you use this experience to guide you in helping your future students? I would offer my students my help, and I would inform them that if they went to tutorials, instead of teaching to the whole class, I would be mainly focusing on them. The second question asks, tell about a teacher who impacted your education either negatively or positively. How will this experience impact your teaching in the future? I had a teacher who impacted my life positively. Her name was Miss Farmer. She was my ESL teacher in 7th and 8th grade. Every time I had a problem or I needed someone to talk to, she was always my go-to. She comforted me, and she always gave me advice in return. In the future, I want the same relationship I had with Miss Farmer with my students. So I would want my students to know that I will always be there for them, even if they are having a bad day or they need to talk about what it is that is going on in their life. I would want to grow a relationship with them at first so that they are comfortable around me. The third question asks, what strengths do you possess that will make you suitable to become an effective educator? My strongest strength is patience. I remind myself that my students are only children and that they aren't experienced in this world. So I have to remain patient when they are not understanding a subject or if they are not understanding what I am teaching them. And I have to also be patient when they are having a bad day as well. The second part of the third question asks, what weaknesses do you think you have and how will you address these throughout your teaching career? So my weakness is time management. So as of right now, I commute from College Station to Huntsville, so I am always on the go. Therefore, I have a difficult time planning out my agenda. I need to work on this weakness so that I have time in advance to plan out my lessons for my classroom. The last question asks, explain what your relationship as a teacher should look like with your students outside your classroom as well as on social media. I believe teachers should keep their relationship with students on a professional level, even if it is outside of school. For an example, if I saw one of my students outside at a grocery store, I would approach my student, greet them, and I would have a small talk with their parents. Then I would go on about my day. As of social media, I would not post anything that would affect my career. And if my students found me on Facebook and they decided to add me, I would leave their request there, and the next day I would go to them and explain to them why I cannot accept their friend request, instead, so that they know where I am coming from. So then I can go on back to my Facebook and decline so that they do not take it the wrong way, and then they understand why I had to decline their request. And this is my TK20 Teachers Preparation Program interview. Thank you. Have a good day.